everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something that is really interesting, and that is the fails. Is that an F? I think that's an F for y'all. Okay, we're going to talk about my biggest weight loss fails, the mistakes that I made along this journey of mine that just did not work for me. I want to share these things with you so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I made, okay? This might actually work for some people, but if you're like me, avoid these things, okay? Because they won't work. If you're like me, they won't work. The first one, and the most notable one, because I'll say it's probably obvious, if you're someone who, like me, dealt with severe overeating and binge eating and, you know, just kind of having like an obsession with food, maybe not so healthy of a relationship with food. This first one, which is intuitive eating, which I know you guys remember last year in 2017 and maybe the beginning of this year too. Intuitive eating was all the craze. Like, it was all the rage. Is that what people say? All the rage? It was popular, okay? Intuitive eating was very popular among the fitness community. And I said, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Like, just eat when you're hungry and stop when you're not. Sometimes that may mean that you eat a little bit more calories, and some days that may be, you know, you're eating lower calories and you're just okay with it because you just know what your body needs, and you eat what your body needs, and you just go based on your intuition and what your body is telling you. You just listen to your body. Well, I ended up gaining 10 pounds eating intuitively. How I've trained myself over the years since I was a child, which again, if you haven't seen my childhood obesity story, I'm gonna link it right here and you can click on it and watch it. But ever since I was a little girl, ever since I was 5 years old, hungry, needing seconds, eating one Big Mac and saying I'm still hungry, you know what I mean? Was I still hungry? But for whatever reason at 5 years old, I'm like, I'm still hungry, so I would eat 2 Big Macs. This way of training that I have with my body and mind of hunger is different. I'll just say that, or I have a big appetite naturally. So intuitive eating was the first fail. I ended up gaining 10 pounds trying to eat intuitively. Before I started intermittent fasting, and before I did all of my research on the benefits of intermittent fasting, I was all swept up, as I know many of you were too, at some point in your life, I'm sure, in this, you gotta eat every few hours. You gotta eat every 2 to 3 hours, small meals every few hours until you hit your calorie intake for the day. You guys, I stayed hungry. I used to be so hungry when I was on that diet and that way of eating. I would be ravenous. I mean, I would be so hungry. I mean, if we were on a road trip or something, I had to stop. I would break my diet if it meant I had to get a bag of Doritos. I would have to get a bag of Doritos because I would be literally feeling like I was starving. Like I might die if I don't eat. If anything, it fed this unhealthy relationship that I had with food, because I was already like so food obsessed anyway that it made me more like where all I thought about was my next meal. Like I would eat my 200 calories, my 250 to 300 calorie meal, my little tiny meal, and then I'd be like, oh God, it's gonna be another 3 hours. I'm counting down the minutes till I can get my next 300 calories or whatever it was, you know what I mean? And it just was so bad. It was so uncomfortable. It was definitely a fail for me. People think, oh, ain't I gonna be so hungry when I'm doing intermittent fasting? You're gonna be less hungry than you are if you're doing 5 meals a day. I'm telling you that, and I'm keeping it real with you, okay? Pretty much trying to say, hey, I should be able to just eat what I want. And this wasn't even like an intuitive eating mindset. It was just like, just eat what I want. You know what I mean? Just eat what you want as long as you go hard every day in the gym. So I'm telling you guys, I would be going so hard in the gym. I would be heavy lifting. I would be just like on it every day. I would have like a monster workout split. I'd be on my cardio, but I would just eat whatever I wanted to eat. And I thought, like, my logic was, this is gonna work because it's the whole calories in, calories out thing, right? I got swole. That's what ended up happening. I got so swole, you guys. Like, I was buff. I was so buff. And I did not like the look of it. Like, I just did not like the look of it. And I looked healthy. I looked very healthy. I didn't look fat, but I feel like I wasn't getting in the kind of shape that I wanted to get in. You know what I mean? Like, I just looked swole. I don't know how else to put it. I just looked swole. I looked buff. I was working out like crazy and I was going hard, but I was eating whatever I wanted to eat, literally. I wasn't even really focusing on diet, so to speak. And my stomach, I just wasn't like getting flat. It just wasn't the proportions that I like. I was just getting overall swole, like my upper body was growing, and I just had these really, you know, and like my midsection wasn't getting snatched, you know, it kind of just looked thick and stocky, you know what I mean? If I can find any pictures, I don't even think I was probably proud enough to be taking pictures like that, but if I can find any pictures, I will insert it here. That was definitely a fail, trying to outwork out my diet. Setting my calories too high. So there was a period of time when like people were saying, oh, this whole like females eating 1,200 calories a day thing, you know, you have to go on these apps and and it'll tell you where you need to be in calories. So I did it, and I don't remember what app it was. But it told me that I needed to be around 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. And so I'm like, hey, fantastic. If they're saying that I can eat 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day and still be, you know, steady losing weight, then that's what I'll do. And I put my calories there, and that scale did not move. I felt like that was my plateau period. When I had my calories around 1,800 calories, that's where I really kept it, around 1,800 calories. That was when I experienced the plateau. And it wasn't until I went back to, I actually first went from 18 to 15, and then I went from 15 to 13. And when I stayed around that 12, 13 again, the weight started moving again. The scale started moving again, the weight started coming off. So that's why I consider it a fail, because I just felt like it was too many calories for me. When it comes to your weight loss journey, try different things, okay? Everybody's an expert, right? Everybody's an expert. Everybody has the answers. Everyone has the key. Try different things and see what works for you. If something's not working, change it up, okay? If something's not working, change it up. It can work perfectly for her and not at all for you. So if something's not working, change it up. Don't be afraid to go against what one of these experts are saying, okay? Because everyone's an expert, and no matter what it is that you do, you can find somebody to back it and say, I have scientific proof that this works, okay? So just go with what works for you. Stay healthy, obviously, but go with what works for you. Forgetting to keep moving, like forgetting that you have to move. And let me tell you where this came from. So I worked many years in retail management, and anybody who knows retail knows you're on your feet constantly, and you're moving constantly, and you're working long days. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you're in management, you're working long days. So I was constantly moving, constantly on my feet. Once I left retail management, I forgot how much of a role all that moving played in my weight loss and in my fitness journey. So whereas before I can get away with a good 30-minute workout every day and I would just start dropping weight, when I'm sitting at home every day, all of a sudden, I'm like, before this 30-minute workout every day was working for me, now it's like not moving the needle at all. If you have a job where you're sitting at a desk all day, you have to know that you're not burning any calories or you're not burning many. So you have to keep moving. You have to move more. If I'm talking to 2 of my subscribers, one girl works in a high-paced, high-energy environment, and the other girl sits at a desk all day, and I say to both of my subscribers, hey girls, this is what I did every day. I did a 45-minute workout every day, and I lost this amount of weight in this amount of time. And they both try it, and the girl over here is like, well, I didn't lose that much weight that quick. And this girl is like, girl, this stuff is killing. Like, I lost a whole lot of weight real quick. Well, you have to remember that your work environment and the movement that you do every day is factoring into your calorie output. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like you need one-on-one help, girlfriend, I got you. I am taking one-on-one clients right now. You can find my information down below. If you need, you just need a little help getting to the next level, you're not sure where to start, or you're like not finding motivation, you got all kind of blocks in the way, I'm taking one-on-one clients. You can reach out to me. I got the information down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. I'm about to bum rush you guys with a bunch of videos. So if you're liking these videos, you want to make sure you're subscribed so that you get a notification every single time I upload a new video, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and always remember to take care of yourself. See you next time.